Welcome, lovely people. Today I am playing on my PlayStation. I am in the EU server because that is where the newest booster bundle has dropped first, of course. So we are going to open a whole bunch and see what we get. I'm just on my computer at the moment, making sure that I check everything is set up correctly. And then I will jump onto my phone and we will open them up and have a look and see what we get. Beautiful. Chat is up. Settings are good. Computer is fine. Okay, jumping over to my phone, guys. Let's see if I can find the chat. Oh, there I am. Beautiful. And we have the chat up. Hello, Carlos, who is saying hello. So, I have logged in already. Actually, guys, can you let me know if you can hear me? If people could say yes in the chat, then I will know that people are able to hear what I am saying. That would be very helpful. I also have to remember to change the settings to make sure that it ends up being all messages seen, not top messages, which I find really annoying that the default is top messages, because then it does apparently miss some, which is not very fun. There we go. I will turn up the volume just for a second so I can hear my own voice echo back to make sure we have audio, but who knows? There we go. We're good with audio. So that, I assume, means everybody else can also hear me. I am going to swap over to my villain to start. We're going to go in there first because I logged in on my hero and had the pop-up come up, which means that obviously the pop-up will no longer come up on my hero. So we'll go to my villain, we'll read the pop-up, and then we'll go back across to my hero and we will go and purchase and see what we get. I am a little surprised by something. I thought we were going to get a booster bundle where we had to purchase a pack of 10 in order to receive the random drop item, but apparently no. So let's have a look. It says new booster bundle and bonus. New booster bundle, available in the marketplace, approximately 10 USD in the marketplace items, and a random new toon shaded chroma or tattered cloak style. Bonus, 3x stabilizer fragments. This week, enjoy 3x stabilizer fragments when completing the daily stabilizer fragmentation solo in the on-duty menu, which is beautiful. I love that. Hopefully for my accounts that actually have a membership, that's going to be very handy. Patrol 3, it says Brainiac returns. This is one that's already been going, but it looks like it's still going. Complete the third patrol for the campaign 2025 event to unlock a level 5 Superboy ally for all characters on your account, which I have already done on this account. I purchased it so we could have a look, so that is awesome. It also says there is a marketplace sale. This week, enjoy 20% off the booster bundles in the marketplace. So we'll dismiss that and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I will swap to my hero before we purchase, but I'll just let you see. Over here, the booster bundle in the on sale section has a 20% off. I also have a membership for me. It's going to be $7.20. It will be more if you don't have a membership, obviously. And also, if we go to bundles here, it also only has the 1-pack booster bundle, not a 10-pack. If we read it over here, it says, Booster Bundle, available for a limited time. The Booster Bundle returns with the most needed marketplace convenience items and a new booster reward box that randomly grants you one of the following rewards. We have the Toon Shaded Fair Play Chroma, Hope Chroma, Mastermind Chroma, Turbo Chroma, and Willful Chroma. We also have the 5 colors, 5. The blue is gone. So we have 5 colors of the tattered cloak: orange, purple, red, white, yellow. I have to say I'm very happy that they removed the blue because the blue is the same as another item that we can purchase in the game, which is Cloak of Eternities, currently available in the broker sometimes, also at the Quarks vendor, and it is from a capsule originally. So I'm glad to see that's not in here, because if people have wanted it up until this point, we have had the opportunity to get it. Having it in here would decrease the likelihood of getting a color that has not been available up until this point. Down the bottom it says the booster bundle also includes 150 replay badges, an nth metal detector, a radar enhancer, 5,000 ally favor, a proto bank bot, a proto broker bot, and 15 flawless nth metal worth 1,000 artifact XP each. These are the probabilities of receiving a reward given rarity. So it's got 20% chance of exotic and 80% chance of the legendary. We can see that the exotic is the orange, which I personally am quite happy about because I care more about the tattered cloaks than I do about the chromas. I think I'm in the minority in that case, but I'm just really hoping a purple tattered cloak drops for me and a couple of the shaded chromas so that we can have a look at the differences between them and see them in game. We'll get nice and close to the character to have a look. I see Junior is here. Hello, Junior. He said came by to say hi. Was watching Andy's live. I know I saw Andy's live pop up. I've only just stopped being busy right this second when I jumped onto the EU server to have a look if this dropped. So awesome, and thank you for popping by. David said hi, everyone. G'day, Shadow, and g'day, Shadow's mum. Everyone knows my mum is always here. All right, I am going to swap across to my hero. That's where we're going to collect. So let's do that. And yeah, I did think that we were going to have to purchase a 10-pack of these booster bundles to receive a drop of these items, but it looks like that's not the case. So that's got me a little bit excited. I hope that I read that correctly and I didn't misunderstand, because that means we're going to be able to get quite a few of these and have a really good look. I also will make sure I swap across to a different character and we can have a look at how much they cost to unlock on one of our other characters, if indeed we can, because obviously the chromas, unlikely that we can, but the tattered cloaks, we probably will be able to. So let's go across to the marketplace and see what we see. All right, let's start purchasing. So we're going to buy, confirm, okay. Then do I check or do I open? I'm going to open it and we're going to see if we get one of those items to drop or not. We do! Okay, beautiful. Tattered cloak yellow. So let's go and purchase a bunch of them. You can see I've got a bunch of cash in there ready to go, and we're going to see what we can get. So let's, I do wish they had them in a pack of 10 or something, because this will take a few seconds to get them all. Which is very boring for you guys to watch, I'm so sorry. I do think in previous times they have had them in like a pack, right? So that we could grab them all together. Here we go. Let's get us down to 10,000. And then we'll open what we've got and see how we go. There we go. Okay, let's go across and open all of these and see what we receive. So first one we got is the tattered cloak in yellow. Let's open another. Oh, great. Double. 2 tattered cloaks in yellow. Purple! Yay, 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 yay! Very happy about that one. Okay, yay! That's the one I wanted. Oh my goodness, yellow is dropping a lot, isn't it? Purple again. Well, I mean, 2 purples doesn't go astray with me. We all know that I have like just a slight purple addiction. It's small. It's very big. It's very big. So I'm okay with that. We got, man, the yellow. If I feel like the yellow is more common than anything else right now, right? That's insane. Okay, good. Toon shaded Willful Chroma pack. Awesome. Willful, I do believe, was the green, black, and white, so that's good. Let's see what else we get. We've got another purple. Gee, come on. Come on, DC. Honestly. And another Willful. What on earth? It's like the game is messing with me. All right, let's go get some more. We clearly need to get a couple more chromas. I'm not too fussed if I don't receive any more of the cloaks, but honestly, that is a very, very annoying drop, isn't it? Especially if we can unlock the tattered cloak on other characters. I mean, a bunch of yellows, I don't have a lot of use for those, but we'll see how we go. Junior said Laura is rich. I mean, because this is the fun thing that I do put my money into this game for the sake of fun and for the sake of you guys. The fact that I can use it for content does help me out a little bit with that, so that's really good. But let's see what we get, because I like you guys to know what's coming, you know? I'd rather spend mine so that you guys can see than have you spend it on something you don't want, you know? Oh, good. At least we got a different color. Now we've got orange. Let's try another. Oh, and red. Okay. This not so bad. I don't mind if we end up with one of each color. That's fine. Another. Jeez, with the yellow DC. Oh my goodness. Unnecessary. I mean, the purple I'll use. So I won't complain about that. Another orange. Come on. Any other chroma. Like, just three different chromas would be good. Purple again. Jeez. Yellow again. Oh, come on. That is incredibly frustrating. All right, I only have a few more to go. If we only end up with one chroma to look at, it's going to be a little bit sad. Just a little bit sad. All right, here we go. How many more can I get here? 3 more now. Now 2. Just one more chroma, DC. Come on. Come on. Be nice. Be nice to me. You know you want to. Any other chroma. I don't care which. Just not the same one. Another tattered. Willful! I have 3 willful. This game has an attitude problem. Just saying. Just saying. Another orange. And a purple. Guys! That is the most frustrating opening I've ever had. You guys have seen me open a bunch of stuff. That absolutely sucks. 3 of the exact same chroma. You've got to be kidding me. All right, let's grab all of the tattered cloaks. So we've got a yellow. We've got a purple. We've got an orange. And we've got a red. Let's have a look at what they look like. So back. And I'm guessing they're under their color, right? So hang on, yellow was first, right? Let's look for yellow. No? Maybe they're under tattered? Oh yeah, they're here. Okay, tattered cloak. So we'll start with orange since that's at the top there. There we go. Ooh! I mean, when I saw them showcasing it, I did think the colors on this one were really, really nice. And they are, the way it fades from one color to another. I will say, looking at it in-game, I'm noticing a lot of difference in the texture here than I saw in the Cloak of Eternities and in the Tattered Cloak of Corruption, which is the black one already in the game. It is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It does look really, really beautiful, but it is a little more flat than I was expecting. Let's do a jump and see how it floats. I mean, the float is nice. It is very, very nice. It just seems a little sharp. You know how when you use the Tattered Cloak of Corruption or the Cloak of Eternities, it has kind of a smooth flow to it? This just looks a little bit sharper than that. I don't hate it or anything, but just to point out everything that I can see so you guys are aware of it when and if you do purchase any of these. So let's go to the next color. I will say that will look beautiful on anyone with fire or with atomic. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not the same as what I've seen. I'm going to save purple to last because we all know I want to keep that one on her, right? All right, let's keep the red. Yeah, see, when I saw this one in their live stream, it did look a little less cool than the rest. I think because the fade from one red to another isn't very, very visible. They're close in color from the top to the bottom. It does still have that sharpness. Like, it doesn't flow as smoothly. It does have little sharp edges that you can kind of see in there with the way that it flows. Let's do a jump. I mean, the way that it floats down is pretty cool. I do quite like that. But I'm going to say I do really like the black one. More than both of these so far. And the orange one definitely tops this one. This one's just, I don't know, something about it, it has less glow and the colors are very similar from top to bottom. Less contrast, I think, is what it is. Ooh, Junior said red looks good for Carnage. Hey, I'm not going to say people won't have a good use for it. They definitely will. I just don't like it as much as some of the others. The gap in that side is really weird. Is that because of how I'm standing? Hang on. There's like a random gap to the left. It's because of how I was standing, I think. Her elbow pokes through. Yeah, I think that's all that is. So if you don't stand the same as my character, you're probably going to be fine. Let's go to the next color, which we're going to do yellow. This one has very high glow. Look at that. I will say I like the orange more, but this one is still pretty nice. Like the way that they have that very, very pale yellow at the top and the darker at the bottom, the colors do contrast nicely. It's very pretty. It does have the sharpness, but I will say that sharp little edge is a lot less visible when it's glowing like this with that really pale color. Let's give it a jump. Yeah. See, the flowiness of these is really pretty. It's very nice. I can see why Glitter really enjoyed it. It does seem like the pieces get a little stuck, but eventually they come back down into a cloak. I'm also really happy to see that they have called this a cloak, and it actually is one, unlike the one that looks like wings that we've had previously. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that that's the case. Let's look at my favorite, right? It's got to be pretty. If it's not pretty, I'm going to be a little bit sad because I did get a stack of them, right? Let's put purple. Oh, it's so pretty. I mean, I'm a little bit biased, right? Because we all know how I feel about purple. I will say it's not as good, generally speaking, as the orange and as the yellow. It has a little bit more of the flatness similar to the red, but I still do think that there's a better contrast than the red because it's a very light at the top, very dark at the bottom. It flows pretty. It does have the little sharp edges in it, right? You can see those, which I don't remember seeing in the Cloak of Eternities or in the Tattered Cloak of Corruption, but we'll have a look and see if I've got one of those on here. I think I have the black one, so we'll have a look at it compared to it. But the black one is also very dark, so it's a bit hard to see if there is a sharpness, but I love the color. The color is beautiful, and the top color is purple and the bottom color is purple. It's just two different purples. Sometimes we get a pinky color, sometimes we get a bluey color, but I really like the colors on this. Let's do the jump. Have a look at it flow. Oh, it's so pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. I will say, if I wasn't going off of the color, orange is probably the best one I've seen out of all these. I do think that looked the best. The way the colors went from one to the other looked amazing on the orange, but I love this one more just because it's a color that I really, really enjoy. All right. Let's see if I've got the black actually before we do go over to that one chroma that we received. That is so annoying. Tattered Cloak of Corruption is here. We'll unlock it so we can have a proper look. So this is the black. Oh, and I got a feat. Lovely. See, the sharpness that I'm talking about is a little bit hidden in this one, but if we have a close look, you can see it's there, right? So it's not as different as I thought it was. It's probably just something I've been ignoring more so because I haven't been like really looking close, but I do like this black. Of course I do. I've used it on multiple characters already. It's so nice, but it does have the little sharp edges. So I will apologize. I thought it didn't have it, but it does. It does. It's just been less noticeable for me, probably because it's black, right? Because the shadowiness of it makes it kind of stick together. I'm going to chuck that purple one back on just so that if anyone does come in, they're able to see one of the new ones and not one that's been in the game forever. So let's go do that. And, you know, purple is amazing, right? It's just beautiful. I'll have a quick look at the chat to see if any questions came up. David said, I created my Brainiac-themed style for the live on Friday. Awesome. Looking forward to showing it off. Excellent. I look forward to seeing it. Junior said, I'm going to try my best to watch you guys. No problem. That would be awesome. David said, it is crazy. Yeah, the drop that I had, that was a little insane, right? The three of the same chroma is kind of crazy. How many did I open? Hang on, 6 and 5, 11, 13, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. I opened 22 of them and ended up with this stack of 5 different things. That's a little bit sad. I just, you know. Not the best drop. I don't mind, like, I understand that these are supposed to be more common, the Tattered Cloak, but the fact that I just continuously was getting yellow was kind of crazy. And then when I finally hit one of the exotic items, I got the same one 3 times in a row. Again, little crazy. David said, blood red knife-edged cloak. Ooh. I mean, it did look cool. It did look really cool, the red. It's just that I like the color dimension on all of the other ones more so. It is something I've said about the red color that they put in the game before as well. When it contrasts against a black or a white in here, the red in this game is beautiful. But the second it's red on red, they blend a little too much and they lose a bit of dimension, at least in my opinion. Junior said, with a purple hair, it would look like a hair extension. Oh, you're right, like flowing purple hair, especially the yellow blonde. I mean, absolutely it would. That's so fun. Junior said, oh, and the red one can be for a Medusa form Marvel. I mean, you could do that, absolutely. I do like these. I do like them. I think they're really pretty. Let's open our Toon Shaded Willful Chroma. I'm so sorry, guys. I was hoping to show you more than one of the chromas. Unfortunately, I can't really do much about it. Let's chuck it on. So Toon Shaded. We'll chuck it in and we'll have a look at all the different swatches. All the way down to T. Thank you. Oh, I went too far. Toon Shaded Willful Chroma 1, 2, and 3. I will say out of the ones I could have got, I'm just glad that it's one of the first 2 that I showcased last time, and it's not, I would really not want to get the hopeful one for myself. So at least this one may get some use. We're going to apply to all on this. Okay, yeah, the back was a bad idea. We should not have applied to the back. Let's take the back off at least so we can see this and then we can chuck them on again. All right, so the white swatch is not actually white, guys. It definitely has a tinge of green to it. I can see what Scott was talking about in regard to that black outline that he's talking about that is from the shaded comic material that he's tried to incorporate in this chroma. I definitely see it on the hair and on the green swatching as well. You can see a black outline on it. I will say, just like I said in my video where I was talking about their live stream, it has a very plasticky texture that I personally don't like and may not use, but I do know a lot of you will likely use it. So I'm really glad that it's going to be handy for some people. Let's chuck on the second swatch. Junior said, how dare you, Laura? Nah, the devs. Nah, it's the devs' fault. They're making it more difficult. I don't know. With the drops, I think that there's a change that I have noticed recently. Now, it might just be in my own head. Oh, it didn't save. But it does seem like, even if they tell us what the rarity of particular drops are, that it doesn't really match what I used to be seeing when I did this sort of thing. I used to see more variety in the items that dropped, even according to the rarity. And now it seems like we get a lot of duplicates regardless of the rarity level, which is a little bit sad. And I don't know at all that it's anything intentional. It could be just completely accidental or chance, whatever. But it seems like to me I'm getting a lot more duplicates than I used to with things, which is, a little bit sucky. Let's have a look. I do really like the way he's got the black outline. It reminds me of the shaded comic material, but if anyone of you guys has watched me live with Multiverse, I've said quite a few times, I don't tend to even use that. I do really like it, the shaded comic material, quite a lot. I think it looks really cool. I just personally don't have a lot of use for it. And that's why I've been tossing up whether or not I should get it for my character when the end of this campaign thing finishes. The patrol. And I've been advised by a few people don't go for it if I'm not going to touch it. But at the same time, it's that or it's the Wolfpack token. And the Wolfpack token is something I can buy if I really, really want to. Shaded material, I can't. Unless I want to play the broker game, which I'm not a big fan of playing the broker game. So I don't know what I'm going to do in regard to that. But this I probably will not use. That being said, the high reflectiveness is really well done, I will say. The border that they have the black with is really, really nice. It does look kind of similar to the shaded comic material, except with a high sheen, which, I mean, a lot of superheroes do have a high sheen. It might work for a lot of people. The white swatch, I've got to say, is not white, guys. It is definitely green tinged, or maybe it really, really looks like it because it's next to the green. But I mean, on every single surface I'm looking at, it does not look white. Maybe it's because it's got that shadedness to it as well. You can kind of see as the light reflects, there's dark and light highlights in it. But it looks like a green tinge rather than a white with a gray tinge. So I don't know. Maybe it's my imagination or because it's close to the green. But it doesn't look white to me. Let's check on the third one from this. This is going to be a lot shorter than I thought because we've only got one chroma to have a look at, which, just a little bit upsetting. Oh, that looks way more white now. Look at that. Hang on. Let's make sure it saves, not like it did before. Okay. Okay. On her hair, it's not. Why is that? Also, her hair hasn't changed color when I've done apply to all. I'm confused. Hang on. Let's go to the hair. Because surely I should have got any of the swatches for hair, right? It could be a combination swatch thing like they've done before. Yeah, okay. I think what they've done is for hair, they have all three of them sticking. Let's see if we try a different hairstyle if we have a different outcome. No, they're all taking all three. I can see the green tinge in it. Okay, so it looks like for hair, we are getting all three of the swatches combined together. That will probably be why we can see a light color, which is kind of white, then a greeny tinge all over it, and then the shadows that are dark. I'm thinking all three of them are going on that one hairstyle, which is a little bit sad because I really would have liked to have seen particularly the green with a black outline on it for her hair. So I'm a little annoyed about that because that is something I would potentially use. And now it doesn't even do that. So that kind of sucks. But you can see on her body, the white swatch is definitely a white there, right? So it's just on the hair where we're getting this weird combination of all three. I will say I do like the black outline that they've put on the body, on that white swatch is very, very nice. It's just that the high sheen isn't something I'll use. But honestly, I do think a lot of people will get good use out of this. So it's something that I think people will enjoy. It's probably why it was set as exotic and the tattered cloaks were not, even though I prefer the cloaks over the chromas. I'm sure many people are going to prefer the chroma over the top of the cloak. Because honestly, it does look pretty cool for people who like things that are plasticky. It's not bad. Now, I kind of want to put a cape on her back and have a look at what it looks like there. So let's find a good cape. Actually, let's see if we've got House of L on this one. I think I do. Where are my H's? Do I? I do. Here we go. Yes. Okay. Which one do we want to try? Oh, it looks good with the black, doesn't it? Oh, I don't like it with the white. Because that completely negates the S symbol on there, right? But I will say the white swatch does look cool. It's got a lot of reflection and a lot of different shading that shows the lighting. That's very nice. Let's try it with a different swatch. Because, I mean, a lot of people are probably going to put this on a cape. Let's try this one. The black one is pretty easy to see. I'm a little confused as to why when we have the cape white, we don't have a black and green on that S, and the S just completely disappears for its color. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to use this on their capes. It does look kind of cool. The reflectiveness is cool. The black outline is cool. I may not be a cape person, but I feel like a lot of people are going to use this. Junior said, yeah, it is a bluish white. Yeah, the hair color. It's just taking all the swatches for some reason. I don't like that at all. But I do think people will get some good use out of this. I'm so sorry that I didn't end up with a couple more to be able to show you guys. It's a little bit sad, but let's put a tattered cloak on. I feel like I'm going to put the orange on, because I do think out of all of them, that one seems to be the best one, objectively speaking, because we all know I prefer the purple. But for coloring and for the lighting on it, this one is gorgeous. It just looks like a fire cape. I mean, it's so nice. And for Atomic, it's going to look so good too. I don't know. This one's nice. I do wish the pieces wouldn't... See how they're kind of sticking out a little bit? Once I'm standing still, I do think it might be my stance that's contributing to it, because you can see she sticks out her elbow, and that's where the pieces stick out, just like before. So, Junior said, I kind of like the white, like that, because it makes my character's hair look grayish, so that one looks way better. Oh, I see what you mean. You prefer that the hair is this kind of color? Game makes my character look grayish, so that one looks way better. Oh, you might just mean the swatch, not the hair. I mean, it does look pretty white. And, I mean, the border that it has, which is black, that you can kind of see there that shades around it, does make the white stand out more rather than make it look more gray, which is kind of cool. The only thing that kind of gives it gray is when we've got light reflecting and we see the different shades on it that would be casting shadow. So it's not bad or anything. It's just something I probably won't use. I mean, when it's majority black, I do kind of like it. So let's check that. I can't remember that was it. See, that I potentially might use if it wasn't the green. Is the thing. I won't use the green, which is so funny since that's the only chroma I've ended up with. And on the EU server, I don't think I have another character I'm going to want to put this on. Or my Poison Ivy might be on here, actually. If I have Poison Ivy on here, I'll collect it on her, and then it will potentially get some use. But, I mean, the black is nice. It is something I would use potentially on a plant character. I should face this way where the light is better. Right? The reflectiveness on it isn't so noticeable because of how dark it is, but it is there. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I really wish that I had have ended up with a couple more chromas for you guys to be able to see, but unfortunately, I only got the drop of one, and it's the exact same one multiple times, which is Willful. But yeah, I have a stockpile of useless cloaks now. The yellow one I'm barely going to use. And we cannot sell these. Yeah, it says cannot sell. So I think I'm just kind of stuck with them for the moment. That's fine. I can transfer them to other characters. The purple I will use. That's fine. The orange does look really pretty. I do wish we had have got the white one as well. But, you know, for that one to be the one that's missing, I'm not too fussed. I just had high hopes for getting at least 3 chromas. But we did. We did get 3. We just got 3 the same one over and over again. Well, at least I walk away with some flawless nth metal. That's not too bad. So, unfortunately, guys, that's all I'm going to be able to show you because I can't afford more. Junior said, you're good. It happens. Thank you. It's interesting seeing it when you guys are also watching and you can see what kind of a drop we get because that's a pretty crazy drop. The yellow tattered cloak continuously dropping was pretty annoying. But at least we got a few to showcase for the tattered cloak. And I do like the cloak more than the chromas. David said, if I get the Willful, I can use on my Rond Vida, the Green Lantern member of the Legion of Superheroes. Thank you for the stream, Shadow. No problem. I'm glad you'll have a use for it. I'm sorry about me reading it out weird. The little heart that's on the bottom right of the screen blocks your guys' messages, and I have to, like, scroll it up and down to try and see it. So if I'm reading funny, that's why. But thank you so much, David. Fred said, are the chromas tradable? That is a good question. Let's have a look at what they say. Cannot delete, cannot sell. Interesting that we cannot delete, it says these items are account bound. This one doesn't say account bound, but it says cannot sell. Where's my broker? Let's go see. Oh, okay, we're going to have to do it slow because apparently the broker's having a little bit of a not fun time. So if I press this, all right, tattered cloak can go on the broker. That's good to know. And then willful? I mean, it's telling me I can. Maybe we should put one up to check because sometimes you can press it and then it doesn't work. So let's, hang on. If I put one up, I don't want to underprice myself. Let's look up Toon Shaded. Because I've had problems in the past where I try to put it in, and then once I've got it in with the price, it goes, sorry, you can't put this in. Oh, well, we've got some chromas in there, but not cloaks. Hang on. Nope. Usable by me needs to turn off. Thank you. Okay, research. That's literally the only two currently in there. Keep in mind, guys, this is the EU server, so these prices may not reflect what a lot of you will have on the US server, but I'm going to add in this cape because, oh no, it's tattered cloak, isn't it? I'm looking for the wrong thing completely. Let's look up tattered. Ah! I know how to spell, okay? Just, I totally do. Tattered cloak we'll put in because there's other things with the word tattered in them. Tattered cloak. Search. Okay. Red torpedo. See, that's what I mean. I've got collections. Okay, so the lowest price is... Really? Orange is the lowest price? That's like... I think that one's the best. That's surprising. And yellow is at 20,000. Okay, well, we'll chuck in the yellow one. We'll put it like 80. Was it 80,000 or million? This is what happens to me, guys. I get, like, distracted. I'm not good with the broker game. Yeah, so we'll do 8 million. We'll put it in there for 8 million. We'll see how it goes. Personally, I don't know that it'll sell for that because I don't think they're that great, but I'm sure other people do. Done. And submit. And we'll put that one in. But it does look like the chromas and the cloaks are available at the broker, guys. So I'm hoping that that's the case for every server and isn't just something they need to fix. Because they do say cannot sell, which may mean that you cannot... Oh, did I put all 6 in there? I did. Whoops! Let's go grab that back. But, yeah, I don't know. Tattered. Done. My wares. Grab your back. Yes, thank you. There we go. Did not mean to sell all 6 at 8 million, but yeah. So it does look like we can sell them. I'm hoping that's not a glitch, right? Because if it says cannot sell, that means we cannot sell it at just the normal vendors rather than at the broker, right? And I mean, clearly, even though this one says account bound at the bottom, we can put it in the broker as well. So it looks like all of these can be put in the broker. Junior says, looks like Starfire. Oh, a little bit, doesn't it? That is a fair point. It does kind of look like Starfire. All right, well, unless anyone else has extra questions, I think we're done, which is very, very sad because I really wanted to be able to show you guys some more, and I'm really sorry that I can't. I'm a little sad, too, at the amount of money that I put in to be able to do this video, and I ended up with repeats on the chromas. I don't mind so much the repeats on the tattered cloaks because, you know, there's only 5. I did miss out on the white. I'm not too fussed, but getting the exact same chroma 3 times in a row, that's a little bit sad. So, guys, I hope this was at least a little bit helpful, and I hope you all enjoy these items. I know that just because I don't enjoy them doesn't mean you guys won't, and the fact that they have these as the exotic item, so the chromas, I think probably means that there's a lot of people who are interested in those. So hopefully if you're interested, you are able to get the ones that you like, and hopefully you find some great uses for them. Because, you know, I don't personally have any great uses for them, but you guys probably will. So have a good one, guys.